In the heart of Willow Creek, a quaint town known for its charming Main Street, 34-year-old Tamika Johnson gripped her daughter's hands tightly inside Golden Hearth Bakery. The air smelled of fresh sourdough, but the atmosphere was anything but warm. Manager Harold Grayson's voice cut through the hum of morning customers. "This isn't a soup kitchen, lady. Go beg somewhere else." His words dripped with contempt, silencing the shop as all eyes turned to Tamika and her girls, 7-year-old Lila and 5-year-old Mia. Tamika, a former ER nurse laid off during budget cuts, stood tall despite the sting. Her bank card had been frozen due to a glitch, and all she'd asked was to pay for 2 loaves of bread the next day. Her phone, tucked in her open purse, quietly recorded every word. She'd faced prejudice before and knew silence wasn't the answer. "Mr. Grayson, I'm just asking for a little grace. I work down the street and can settle this tomorrow," she said, her voice steady as her daughters clung to her. Grayson scoffed, loud enough for the whole bakery to hear. "Work? In those clothes? Don't play me for a fool." Lila and Mia looked up, confused by the man's cruelty. Tamika noticed customers whispering, some pulling out phones to capture the scene. She held her ground. "It's just bread for my kids," she said, her calm masking a brewing plan. Unseen in the corner, a sharply dressed man sipped his coffee, his jaw tight with restrained fury. His name was Malcolm Carter, a tech mogul who'd clawed his way up from nothing. He recognized the humiliation in Tamika's eyes. It mirrored his own past. He stayed silent, but his mind was already racing. Tamika knelt to her girls. "Let's go, sweethearts. We'll find a place that values kindness." She shot Grayson a look. "Enjoy your day, sir. May it be exactly what you deserve." Grayson, too busy basking in his power trip, missed the steel in her words. As Tamika left, Malcolm followed discreetly, stirred by her resilience and plotting just. Hours later, Grayson posted a security clip on the bakery's Instagram with the caption, "Protecting our business from freeloaders. #no free rides." The video racked up 300 views, with comments cheering his tough stance. At home, Tamika watched it while her daughters played. Lila asked, "Mommy, why was he so mean?" Tamika hugged her. "Some people are cruel when they don't need to be, baby. But I've got this." Her years as a nurse had honed her ability to read people. Liars, manipulators, predators. She'd noticed Malcolm's intensity at the bakery, his clenched fists, the way he studied Grayson. That night her phone rang. "Tamika Johnson? This is Daniel Park from Park and Lee Law. I saw what happened at Golden Hearth. Can we talk?" Daniel Park was a civil rights lawyer known for crushing discrimination cases. "I can't afford you," Tamika said. He chuckled. "Who said anything about payment? A friend who saw the incident wants to back you. Meet me tomorrow." Meanwhile, Grayson bragged to his wife Ellen about the post's likes. "People love a strong businessman," he said. Ellen nodded. "You showed her, honey. No one gets a free pass." They didn't know Tamika was screenshotting every post, every comment, building a case with surgical precision. The next morning, Tamika met Daniel at a sleek cafe. He was in his 40s, sharp in a tailored suit. "This is textbook discrimination," he said, reviewing her evidence. "Grayson's post proves he targeted you for your appearance and assumed status. You weren't begging, you offered to pay later." Just then, Malcolm Carter approached, his presence commanding. "Tamika, I'm Malcolm, CEO of Carter Tech. I was at the bakery. What happened to you happened to my mom when I was a kid. I'm here to make sure Grayson pays." Tamika felt a spark of hope. Malcolm's eyes burned with purpose. "Grayson made 2 mistakes," he said. "He underestimated you and he broadcast his bigotry. We'll use that to bury him." Over the next days, Tamika dug into Golden Hearth's social media. She found a pattern. A Latino man accused of stealing, a black teen hassled for his backpack, an elderly woman mocked for asking about discounts. Grayson's responses were always smug, often threatening lawsuits. Tamika built a spreadsheet, her nursing skills now fueling a fight for justice. Daniel called with news. "I found 15 others with similar stories at Golden Hearth. But they're scared to speak out." Grayson sued 4 people for defamation, draining them financially. Tamika's heart sank. Without witnesses, her case was shaky. But Malcolm delivered a breakthrough. Golden Hearths owned by Heritage Bread Group. The majority investor, Edward Langston, is a philanthropist who funds inclusion programs. He doesn't know what Grayson's doing. On Thursday, a nervous voice called Tamika. It was Sarah, a 21-year-old bakery worker. I filmed the whole thing for our TikTok, she whispered. Grayson doesn't know. I want to help. Sarah's video captured Grayson's every word, Tamika's calm responses, and his mocking laugh. My cousin's black, Sarah said. I've seen Grayson do this before. It's wrong. Tamika was stunned. This could cost you your job. Sarah smiled. I've got another one lined up. This matters more. Daniel was ecstatic. This video plus Grayson's posts and 15 victim statements makes an airtight case. Malcolm added. Langston will drop Grayson like a hot coal to protect his reputation. By Friday, Grayson posted another smug Instagram story, railing against opportunists crying discrimination. Tamika smiled. Each post was another nail in his coffin. Monday morning, Edward Langston sat in his high-rise office when Daniel and Malcolm arrived. They played Sarah's video and showed Grayson's posts. Langston's face darkened. My foundation fights this exact behavior, he said, horrified. I'm funding this? At Golden Hearth, Grayson was arranging pastries when Langston stormed in with 2 lawyers. Office. Now he barked. In the cramped office, Grayson watched the video, his face paling. She was scamming us, he stammered. Daniel cut in. I'm Daniel Park, civil rights attorney. This video and your posts violate federal anti-discrimination laws. We have 15 other victim statements. Langston stood. You're fired, Harold. You've tarnished my name and broken the law. Daniel added, Tamika suing for $275,000 for discrimination and defamation. Grayson's knees buckled. I don't have that. Malcolm smirked. You should have thought before posting your prejudice online, Langston called his lawyer. Terminate all contracts with Grayson. He's done. As Grayson left with a box of belongings, protesters gathered outside, holding signs, no room for racism. Sarah's TikTok, posted with hashtag Justice for Tamika, hit 600,000 views in hours. Comments flooded in, this guy's a disgrace. Tamika's a hero. Grayson's life unraveled as his phone buzzed with hate. That afternoon, Daniel called Tamika. Langston fired Grayson and donated $60,000 to anti-racism groups. He wants you to lead an inclusion training program. Malcolm added, my friend owns a textile plant. He's offering you a manager role with a 50% raise. Tamika's hands shook. From humiliation to empowerment in days. 6 months later, Tamika thrived as a supervisor, her daughters in a top school on Langston's scholarships. She became a local icon, speaking for a national anti-discrimination campaign. Grayson? He worked nights at a warehouse, his wife gone, his reputation in ruins. He tried job interviews, but his viral infamy followed him. Golden Hearth, now run by a diverse team, became a hub for inclusion events. A sign read, Home of the Dignity for All movement. Tamika tucked her daughters in one night. Lila asked, Mommy, why was that man so mean? Tamika smiled. Some people misuse power, sweetheart. But every choice has a price. Grayson's downfall wasn't just Tamika's victory, it sparked a movement. Letters poured in from others inspired to fight prejudice. Langston rewrote company policies, Malcolm mentored victims, and Sarah shone in her new job. True revenge wasn't destroying Grayson, it was Tamika's rise, a beacon for justice no one could dim.